reputation of being hard to deal with and stuff like that. As far as that's a lot of people's,
I think a lot of guys blow a lot of shit up. If I'm more of a Lombardi or Mike Ditka type. I say what I think.
Right.
I'm very passionate about what I want, and I demonstrate that passion. And if they're not doing it the way I think it needs to be done, then they get their ass chewed. But I think that they all knew they were respected as not only as athletes but as human beings, and that everything I was trying to get them to do was to better the business or their career. Now, a guy that didn't make it with me or didn't fit with me, he would have a bad attitude toward me.
Right.
But most of the guys that have wrestled under me that are still stars have listen, they didn't have to take me to dinner. I buy my own dinner. The respect I got was because I deserved it or demanded it. And that's what it all gets down to. I don't have to like the son of a bitch I'm working for if I think he's right or I think I respect him. There was times that Vern Gagne and I had really differences of opinion, but I respected Vern Gagne. Didn't agree with everything he did. And get really frustrated and pissed off at him, but I respected him. So the bottom line is any wrestler that has a brain knows that I cared about the business.
Right.
And I was trying to make the business better. It wasn't just my agenda, it's what I thought needed to be for the business. And you can look at WCW today, the clusterfuck it is.
Right.
You see the end result of letting the inmates run the asylum.
Also in '92, well, I don't know what year exactly this happened, but
Now you guys are for ECW, bring up Paul E.
that's what I was going to ask Paul Heyman what
I
happened.
think Paul was the most talented damn guy in the world, but I needed him to fit in within the parameters of what I was trying to develop there and do it the way I wanted to do it. And Paul just didn't have enough time around me and me around him with all the other shit I had going because he was talented, and then he would screw up, and I make the athlete accountable. I don't think you got to get the money and then you give me an excuse that you didn't make the show because the motel failed to wake you up. Or you missed your damn plane because you waited to the last plane of the day. I told him one time, I can't find Delta Airlines, I'll find you. Or one day the rent-a-car broke down. I said, as much as I'm going to find you, you could have bought a new one. Because it's up to you to get there. I don't give a shit you get there. Because that's the trust the people have. And if we're paying the money, that's what you have to have. And I'll guarantee you, I bet you Paul E. has a little different look on life and the business now that he owns it.
Right.
That changes you. It's whether you're an owner or you're an employee. And it makes a difference. But now, as far as talent and ability, it was huge. And I wanted to like him and I wanted to work with him. We just got off on odds and then we just never did get a chance to put it back together. And then I wanted to get rid of him, because I don't need to have to battle somebody every day with everything else I'm doing. I'm a big one on either you fit in my dressing room or you don't.
He was fired, I guess.
I think he was. I can't remember. I think then it got into Turner Broadcasting's legal, which really had to make it a clusterfuck, because Paul E's a smart guy, and I think his dad's a lawyer, so that thing probably went on for 900 years. I don't know.
Right.
But I mean, I have no animosity whatsoever about Paul E, and I've seen that. I don't watch his show, but hell, he's survived, and he's been the little guy out there. So he's put something together, and he's appealed to the people that's tremendously successful. So hell, my hat's off to him.
I guess you had a lot of critics also at the time when Eric Watts came in. And
yeah, but that's stupid shit. That was the time because Eric had the ability. First of all, he could have probably beat most of them that were there.
Right.
The next thing, he grew up in the business. We didn't have the same shit with Dustin and Dusty or anything else. It just was because I was there doing this and that, and the Sheets do this. Let me tell you about the Sheets. The fucking Sheets sit there and agree, and then when you do the changes that they wanted you to do and you make them, then they got to figure something else to do, or else their sheets are no good. So they got to live on strife. So no matter what you did, you couldn't please them. And I didn't try to do anything to please the Sheets anyway. But the bottom damn line is this thing got started with Eric, which was bullshit. I would have brought anybody in with his credentials and built them.
All right.
Bottom line. Now, the fact that he's my son, I'd build him anyway. He has paid a hell of a price being my son in this business. I don't know why he stays in it. I keep telling him to get the hell out of it.
All right.
But he loves this business. Now, maybe apparently Paul E. sees something in Eric. So they may have that missing thing, because I don't give a damn who you are. When you're the athlete, you need somebody that believes in you. But But my son Eric did great for the time, and he did everything I asked him, and he's got more ability than just being in the ring. He sees this business very well, like any second generation guy that's grown up in it would. So if I had to do all over, I'd do it the same fucking way.